Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. Today I am going to discuss about the topic Dalton's law of partial pressure. I will explain this law by using these figures. Let's see the figure. Here you can see three vessels. The first vessel filled with the gas A, second vessel filled with the gas B, third vessel is a combination of both the gas A and B. Okay, the first vessel is filled with the gas A, so it contains many gas molecules of A, and these gas molecules will collide with the wall of the container. Gas molecules are continuously moving, so it will collide with the wall of container and produce what? Produce pressure. And pressure correspond to gas A is taken as P1. Second vessel contain gas B. So like A, here many gas molecules of B. Okay, many gas molecules, and gas molecules will move randomly and continuously, and these gas molecules will collide with the wall of the container and produce a pressure P2. Third vessel contain two gases A and B. Okay, A and B. Okay, red indicate B and A. So these gases will collide with the wall of the container and produce a pressure P. We can represent by using letter P. And one more thing, gas A and B both are non-reactive gases. Okay, both are non-reactive gases. This is the first condition. Second thing, volume of the gases are constant. Volume as well as temperature. At this condition, what about the total pressure? According to John Dalton statement, the total pressure of mixture of non-reactive gases. Why it is called mixture? Because it contains two components. Okay, and both the components are non-reactive gases. Okay, according to John Dalton's statement, the total pressure of non-reactive mixture is equal to sum of the individual pressures. Okay, the total pressure of mixture of non-reactive gases is equal to sum of the pressure of individual gases. If one more component is present, we can write P3. Okay, more component we can write like this, P4 at a constant temperature and volume. Okay, and one more thing, each individual pressure is also called partial pressure. Okay, the pressure produced by individual gases are also called partial pressure. Partial pressure of gas A. What is P2? Partial pressure of gas B. P3, the next component. So can you define Dalton's law again one more time? What is Dalton's law? Dalton's law states that the total pressure exerted by mixture of non-reactive gases is equal to the sum of the partial pressure of individual gases at a constant temperature and volume. The next topic is partial pressure of gas in terms of mole fraction. What is by partial pressure? The pressure of individual gases are called partial pressure. Okay. Consider a vessel with three gases. Okay, and partial pressure of first gas is P1, partial pressure of second gas is P2, then P3. Three gases enclosed in a volume V and temperature T. Okay, so volume and temperature are fixed because all gases are enclosed in the same vessel. Then according to ideal gas equation, PV equal to nRT, then we can write P1, partial pressure of first component is equal to nRT, okay, nRT, and bring V down, nRT by V, okay, n the number of moles, so number of moles of first component n1, then RT by V, R is constant, universal gas constant, temperature also fixed, okay, then volume also fixed because all the components are enclosed in the same vessel, so volume is fixed, okay. Then P2, number of moles will be different, N2, R, T, V are constant, then partial pressure of third component P3, third gas, is equal to N3, okay, number of moles of third gas, RT divided by V, RT by V again constant, okay. And what is John Dalton law, Dalton's law? According to Dalton's law, the total pressure exerted by the mixture of gas is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3, okay. The total pressure exerted by mixture of non-reactive gases, all are non-reactive gas is equal to sum of the partial pressure of individual gases, okay. Then P1 we can write N1RT by V, P2 N2RT by V, then P3 N3RT by V. Then total pressure P is equal to RT by V is common, okay, RT by V into N1 plus N2 plus N3, okay, RT by V into N1 plus N2 plus N3, and this P is called P total, okay, P total, clear. Divide P1 by P total, okay. On dividing P1 by P total, we get what? What will get? P1, partial pressure of first gas, divided by P total. Okay, what is partial pressure of first gas? N1 RT by V. Okay. Then P total. What is P total? RT by V. N1 plus N2 plus N3. Okay. N1 plus N2 plus N3. Then V will cancel. RT will cancel. What will get? P1 by P total equal to N1 by N1 plus N2 plus N3. Do you remember this term? You learned this term in the first chapter. What is this term? This term is correspond to mole fraction of first component. Okay, X1 is mole fraction. Mole fraction of the component 1. Mole fraction of the first gas. Okay, what is the definition of mole fraction? Mole fraction is equal to a ratio of number of moles of a particular component to the total number of moles of all the component of that gaseous mixture. Okay, so X1 equal to N1 by N1 plus N2 plus N3. What is S2? Mole fraction of second component. Mole fraction of second component is equal to number of moles of second component divided by total number of moles of all the components in that gaseous mixture. If 4 components, what should write? N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus N4. If 2 component, N1 plus N2. And how will you get S3? Mole fraction of third component. Number of moles of that particular component divided by number of moles of all the components in the gaseous mixture, N1 plus N2 plus N3. So instead of this, we can write what? X1. So P1 by P total equal to X1. Then P1 equal to P1 equal to x1 into P total. Like this we can write P2 also. P2 equal to S2 into P total. How will read this equation? Instead of P1 divide P2 by P total, then we'll get this one. Okay. P3, what we can write? P3 S3 mole fraction of third component into P total. So what to do for getting this one? Divide P3 by P total. So P1, P2, P3. For P4, X for P total. P5, X by P total. So for a general way, how we can write? Pi, I means ith component, equal to mole fraction of the component I into P total. Okay, this is the final equation connecting partial pressure of ith component in terms of mole fraction. Okay, P1 partial pressure in terms of mole fraction of first component into P total. Okay, and this derivation is also related to Dalton's law of partial pressure. I hope you understood this topic. Okay, so try to go through all the topic again and understand it.